Ta-da! Good day. It's Thirsty Thursday, 9 a.m. here Central Standard Time, and I was sitting here all nervous waiting for my co-host to show up, and he showed up last minute like those prima donna actors and celebrities. You know what I'm talking about? They think they own the world, and okay, let's go get him. Where is he? Come on.
I heard that. Prima donna. I'm glad I made it. Sorry to put you, make you. I didn't know you were stressing out.
I wasn't
apologize for that.
I wasn't.
I'm here now. I'm here.
I wasn't stressing out, man. I roll with it.
Yeah, you're pretty relaxed. That's why I like co-hosting with you. You know,
you got to be, man. There's a lot of stuff that can go wrong and stuff. That's the way it is.
Yeah. Like for example, speaking of co-hosting, I had to co-host an event yesterday. Okay. Now picture this. I was asked to co-host this event a few months back, and my co-host and I decided we were going to get some fancy special suits. Okay. Right. We were going to get matching suits, tie it all together. Pretty cool. Okay. Found the least expensive on clearance suit we could find that was also the most outrageous and worse than my yellow one, if you ask me. And for the grand total of $47, which might have been $46 too much, I bought a suit. And Monday night, Tuesday morning, I get a message from my co-host saying, we got a problem. I had ordered a suit. It was the wrong size, sent it back. And the new suit will be here on Thursday. You'll notice that today's Thursday, yesterday was the event.
Oh.
So I had the privilege of not stressing out and being the only guy showing up to a non-costume party in a costume, if you will. But it went well.
Set up.
No, but I'm waiting for a photo to see that he actually did get said suit.
Prove to me that you actually ordered the
right? Because I called him out in the beginning. I'm like, let's just get this covered right now. This is the setup.
And do it.
We learned yesterday that with every interaction with someone, you're either building trust or breaking it down. And he broke it down. And we're working on fixing it right now.
Well, the supplier did. They're supposed to deliver, right?
Well, we can blame it on them, but hey, mine came in time.
There you go.
Like a glove. It fit glorious, you know? So there.
Well, that's kind of what I mean. You got to kind of just roll with it. So
cheers to you, buddy.
Did you see what I got a virtual cup today. I don't have one.
What? You don't have coffee right now? Hey, congrats. You were a big winner last night.
I won the rock star. It's upstairs.
You are a rock star. You deserve that. That's awesome.
Yes, because
congratulations. Yeah. I wish I would have been there to see that. Obviously, I was busy with my own event here, so that was not enough.
We had, I think, about 30 people there.
Okay.
It was a beautiful day. I think some people decided to walk around the lake or something like that, but we had a good group.
Yeah.
Over at some places there. And then after that, we went and we were going to go to the Red Rabbit, but we were too busy. So we went to that place called Upstairs Circus.
Oh, neat.
It's kind of a cool thing. It's a little bar restaurant, and then there's little crafts that you can do. So on every table, there's a little work box with a couple hammers and some pens and some clips.
That's neat. I like it.
Paint brushes and all that stuff, and
do some collaboration.
Yeah, he said make things. It's a little maker.
I like it.
And so I saw that. I thought I'm going to do one of my events there. So probably May 11th, I'm going to do a thing down there.
I like it. Smart move by them. Okay, good. I'm glad it was good. Speaker was fantastic from what I hear.
Absolutely. I like people like that shift the mindset of people, because you can. Part of her talk was about perfectionism. And if you sit there and you're constantly, I'm not going to release it until it's perfect. You're not going to release it.
You're not going to release it. You're right. Yeah.
You got to take imperfect action. You just got to move forward.
I like it. Take imperfect action.
You certainly do.
Yeah. Okay.
So
my event was, have you heard of LeaderCast?
I don't think so.
Okay. So it's been going for, I don't know, 6-7 years, maybe longer than that. At least I was made aware of it 5-6 years ago. And it is a one-day collection of really prominent speakers, like Andy Stanley's one who's been on it years and years and years. But a collection of these speakers, I think they meet it's Atlanta maybe, And then it's simulcast. It's broadcast to remote sites where you pay to go. And so we had 125 people at our local winery that had paid and were participated as sponsors and attendees.
Cool.
And yeah, it's a lot. It's an 8 to 4 plus kind of day. With yesterday's theme was, what is that one thing that makes a leader worth following? What is the one thing that you would require to follow somebody? Of all the things it could be. And, they talked on humility, trust, drive, grit, joy, flow. There was a lot of different things. And it was a good day, not heavy, but each speaker was just unique in their own way. It was pretty cool.
I would suppose everybody has their own, this is why I would follow somebody.
Yeah.
They're fun, because they're sincere, because they're strong.
Yeah. So like, for example, I lined up mostly probably with trust. I have to have trust to want to follow somebody.
Yeah, you want to follow them off a cliff, right?
Yeah, definitely not going to follow my co-host. It's the lack of trust in the suit situation. But the next one after that was drive. And drive was interesting to me because I certainly want to follow somebody that's driven, but there's some very driven leaders that are absolutely toxic and terrible. But this person's take was not so much driven to succeed, driven to make positive change. Now I can get behind that. And so, yeah, everybody had their own little spin. It was cool.
Was charisma in there?
No
charisma.
No. And I wish I had all my notes, but they broke it down to 10 different things. But yeah, some speakers that kind of made you, like tear-jerking moments when they talked about some of their past and sharing a story. Like, stories are powerful. Here's what's interesting. It finished with, the last one was fun. And the secret to life is having fun.
I'll go with that.
We don't have enough of it. It goes to the back burner. And if we do not make it a priority, it does not make itself a priority. And it's interesting because you stepped out of that going, I'm not certain I have enough fun. Like daily, weekly, monthly, annually. I don't know. So after the event, I had some things to do, got done, and some friends had invited me over to go watch the Wild last night, the hockey game.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just kind of peopled out, right? I was just kind of burnt. I had an event Monday night, I had an event Wednesday. I have an event tonight for Rotary, a Cinco de Mayo event. And I was like, man, I just don't want to do it. I just kind of want to be home. But then I thought, I need to have a little fun and create a little joy. And if I go sit around with some buddies and just, belly laugh because of the obnoxiousness that was going to come out of the group that was there, then it was worth going. And I did. I went for a couple periods. I was there a couple hours and I laughed and it was great. So
that's why I like going to comedy clubs, because even when they're bad, they're good.
Yeah.
To me, there's always a couple of funny things, even if it's a bad comedian.
Yeah.
So
joy is powerful. So what else we got? What are we talking about today now that it's 8 minutes in and we haven't even touched the topic?
That's okay. The topic is about won't take long. Here's the thing, the graphic.
Well, I saw that.
Busy online, 24/7, 365.
Okay.
That's the internet thing. It's always going all over the place. And it just occurred to me again. I mean, it didn't occur newly. It's just validates that I think I'm onto something here. That the internet is 24/7. There's people on here all the time. It's very, very crowded. So in the event business like I'm in, you've only got 365 days in a year that you can do events. It's limited. There's only 7 days in a week, 24 hours in a day. So we're limited as far as how many events that can happen.
True.
Just like you're going to a Cinco de Mayo thing tonight.
Yep. And you have one.
Any other Cinco de Mayo events you think happening?
Yeah, there's a few, including yours.
Exactly. So it's very crowded. And I did mine intentionally. I knew that I wasn't going to get a big bunch of people because I was competing against the plethora of other May 5th events.
Yeah.
So realizing that when you're doing your marketing and things and trying to make get yourself heard by posting stuff all over the internet, so is everybody else.
Yeah. And
it's like noise. When you go into a busy room and everybody's talking, you can't hear a word. You just hear blah, 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 blah. In a mailbox, however, you've got a few bills and some junk mail.
Yeah.
You got to go through the junk mail, find out what's good. So there's a limited amount of stuff in your mail. So the probability of someone seeing your message when you use the postcards or send them a bulky gift or something, there's not so much competition anymore. It's not as noisy.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I that's such a good point. And for many different ways, right? Postcards are effective because you just can't help but just peek at it and look at it.
Right.
I know that there was a recent lunch and learn, I think it might have been yesterday, from MailBoxPower, right? Company that we both are partners with, that they talk about puffy mail, like kind of the power of puffy mail, right? So that's a package that's a little bulk, that's bigger. It's whether it's a box, whether it's because there's something more in it that you just have to open because you don't know what it is. You're going to open it and figure it out. So your open rate is about 100%, which is really good. For whatever reason, this made me think of, we did some fundraising with a local group that I work with. I'm on a board of a group that does some things in town. And historically, we didn't do a great job of fundraising. And in this case, this year, we actually used the system that we both use to send letters of request, if you will, for financial donations. And we partnered with our local chamber to get the list of the chamber members, and you can pay for that list and have access to it one time. So we did that, and we sent it out to all the business. And it is remarkable how many businesses cut a check for an organization that they had not ever to our record in the past by sending something through the mail rather than a Facebook post or a social media.
You had mentioned the puffy mail.
Yeah.
How often do you get a piece of puffy mail in your mailbox?
Not often enough.
Very rarely. So
I want more.
There's the competition in your mailbox. You might have 10 pieces of mail and one of them is puffy. So you've knocked all the competition out of there.
It's all
like
poofy.
that little thing that we've got, the puzzle. You put the little puzzle together and it comes
Love it.
disassembled in a puffy little envelope.
Yep. I'm a huge fan of the puzzle. That is a tremendous way to market.
Yeah, and for those that don't know what it is, it's a graphic image. It's like the 9-piece jigsaw puzzle, and you put whatever image you want on there, whether it be your friends and family or a person's car or house or whatever you want to put on there. I did it with my wife and her son and his girlfriend and her daughter, little family photo, and she got to put it together with the little 9 pieces.
Yeah, it is the most interactive piece of mail you can get.
Yeah, like what is this? What is this? What is this? Always the puzzle.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I think it always makes the sides of the mouth curl up a little bit, right? You can't help but smile just a little bit. Yeah. Okay.
The sides of your mouth curling?
Yes. So what else is it? What else is happening?
Well, that was the main thing on the topic. It just kind of hit me because I was thinking, okay, I'm going to do this Cinco de Mayo thing. I realized that everybody's competing and stuff, but then it just sunk in a little deeper that maybe when you're marketing with something like an event that's chronological, and there's a limited amount of chronological units. God, I sound like a scientist.
Yeah, what's going on? You're going deep.
That maybe you go to a day that is not popular and do something. Like I know that Mondays, it's really hard to get anybody to do anything on a Monday.
Yeah.
But if there's enough drive or like you said, fun, if it's something you want to do fun on a Monday.
Yeah.
You probably got free time because nobody does things on Monday. Same thing with like a certain kind of holiday. I know that sometimes newspapers, they have blank space on certain days, and it's easier to advertise there because it's less occupied.
Less busy. Yeah.
And that's kind of what you got to go for. Again, it's the narrowcast. It's not the big, huge, giant numbers. It's finding that sweet spot and hitting that.
I like the narrowcast, not the broadcast, huh?
I told you I'm doing my event. This is an old one for the Event Expo.
Okay.
2020.
Yeah.
Remember when COVID was around?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Or COVID.
I did not like it.
And this is what the show looks like.
Yeah.
So I got that scheduled for March 8th.
March 8th, 2023.
Yeah. So it's out there.
This is glorious.
So I'm ramping up for that and putting together some other events and, helping promote the AGC stuff and use that as a platform as well. And
okay.
So I'm giving it another go, even though I've been semi-retired for a couple of years.
Yeah. Hey, coming out of retirement, some do it faster than others, right? Brady did.
My friend Marilyn Longy, she calls it refirement.
Refirement.
He's going into refirement.
I like it. So that event is then, when is the next AGC event? right? Accelerated Global Connections. It's a group we both belong to, networking group, event
Might be.
group.
Like that. That's what they're.
Give them a plug.
Plug. Just plug it right in there.
Yeah, just go ahead there. Slow down.
Go to their wonder if I got that little.
Joinagc.com, right?
Yeah, I got that right here.
Yep.
That's how you find those folks.
Yeah. Yeah, you won't regret it. There's online options for those that are just seeking a kind of a little different network. There's certainly, we're big fans of the in-person event-based networking along with the online. It's all of it works.
I wanted to shout out you too. This is your deal. This goes to your version of MailBoxPower.
Yeah.
If you're interested in Mr. Bo.
Yeah.
And then I got mine. This is my magical one. I call it a magic marketing tool because I use it for all my events and stuff.
Well,
and
it's
then
magical.
A couple of people that I'm being supported by is popcorn.com. I want to give them a little shout out. And my friend Mary Jo at Las Vegas Tonight, Inc.
I like how you do the little head thing.
You got to do something.
Yeah, Night at the Roxbury kind of thing. You're just doing it. Yeah, I like it. Inc. Okay.
I talked to some fun people last night. Two that stick out. There was this guy that just moved back from LA. He's back in Minneapolis now, and he is a sales guy for AT&T. But then he does music, and he's really into sports too. And it was fun when I expressed to him the way that I use the cruises and things that we do.
Yeah.
That if you wanted to meet business owners, and I'm assuming that who uses an AT&T business-to-business line, if you want to meet them, how would you like to be on a boat for 2 hours with 15, 20 business owners?
Yeah.
That'd be nice. We started talking about that. That's how I do this stuff. And seeing you're into sports, why don't we go to maybe a Twins game or a Timberwolves game or a Wild game or something like that? Saints.
Yeah. Hey, so literally realized that I am plugged in, but the other end of the receptacle that's in the end of my computer is not in the wall. Oh. So I just got a notification saying my battery is about toast. So I'm going to step away for approximately 7 seconds and plug it in because I don't want to be disconnected from you, Brad. I don't. So I'll be right back. Hold the fort.
Well, we got a little station identification here. He's going to take care of a technical issue because it does help when the outlet is plugged in to the dealy bopper.
Unbelievable. I'm back. It's done. Problem solved. See?
You've got energy. What would you do if you lost all power?
It actually probably really quiet and peaceful for a minute, but I might get a little uncomfortable after a bit.
I would.
Yeah.
Because if this is totally off topic, but if electricity goes out, so does everything.
Yeah, it changes the game. Postcards still get delivered, but that's a whole different story. Don't. What do you mean? They don't get printed.
Even if they got printed, they couldn't get delivered. They could get delivered for a certain time until the gas run out.
Yes.
Because all the gas pumps are electrically powered.
Okay. Yeah, we are kind of
electric. I would call Elon Musk and say, "What should we do?"
We're very, very dependent on that, aren't we?
Yeah.
It's good though.
It is. Yeah, I mean, I would make sure that I had some sticks to make fires.
Yeah. Okay. That reminds me of my mother once upon a time went on a trip in the winter and somebody had advised her, right? It's one thing to have blankets and that, but she wanted to bring wood in the event of needing to make a fire. Now, of course, we never understood where she was going to light this fire. If you're going to try to stay in the car and stay warm, you're not going to light it up in there. You're going to choke. So we're going to get on the side of the road. Like it just none of it really made a lot of sense. And then not only that, the wood she grabbed was like, painted with probably very toxic chemicals. And like, this wasn't just like, stuff that had fallen from the trees, like twigs. So
you never know.
We still talk about that. We laugh about it a little bit. So we missed last week. I wanted to circle back on that. And I apologize. I gave you late notice that I'm out. I was out and I managed to get in.
I'm good with spontaneous, buddy.
I went to the doc.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to a doctor for a more or less a physical, and then to get labs run and to get my shoulder looked at and all this stuff. That is the first time I've gone to a doctor and had labs run to find out where I'm at with my lipid panel and all of these things in well over a decade, like a long time. So that was, I got in, it was good. We had a long conversation, and I'm happy to report that my data came back really reasonably well for a guy who could do better in the old veggie fruit department and a little better on less Persian rolls. You know what I mean? So happy to report that I'm going to be okay. We don't have to amputate the shoulder, the arm. I got to do a little physical therapy. So those are things that are good, you know, but I didn't like having to cancel. Just didn't like it.
Sometimes you got to do it. As a matter of fact, my magician friend that I do these things with on Mondays with, he's going to the doctor next Monday, so he's not going to be available. So,
well,
it's
I hope all's well with him.
It's all good. I understand that those things happen, and we've been very good as far as keeping things going. Once in a while, you or I have to step out, but we've been pretty good.
I think we've been in a world where you try to be consistent, right? I think we've done pretty well over these last couple of years.
Yeah, and they're all still up on YouTube, and they get a little bit of traffic, but not as much as I would like. I guess I'd like to see a little more traffic without having to pay for it.
You know, one of these days we should dig back into the system that we both talk about, right? And kind of do a little walkthrough, maybe a 10-minute little, here's the features and the functions of some of this, because I still don't think enough people grasp everything that's available within the system that we use called MailBoxPower, right? Like
I'll give you a perfect example of it.
Tell me.
I was talking with a guy yesterday, and he does some stuff with artists and stuff, and I showed him a little bit about MailBoxPower, and he says, maybe I could use this for art, for the artists and stuff. I said, absolutely. And I showed him some of the inside of it, you know, the lists and stuff that you can get and creating postcards. And he goes, there's probably some place where you can get postcards cheaper.
Yeah.
And I said, these are free.
Yeah. Right.
How are you going to get it better than that?
Yeah. It's true. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're probably thinking there's some printing place where it's probably a better price because there's a lot of opportunity out there, but you can't get a better price than nothing.
You can't. No. You can't. Yeah. And, you know, the disclaimer on that, right, is that that would be on like a pro plan, right? Something, but that is so minimal for all the other features that you can get out of that. But to get free postcards, crazy. So I have an executive plan for my agency, and that gives me, you know, 2 different sizes of free postcards. It gives me 30% off of packages and boxes and things like that. I mean, it's crazy how quick that $49 or $149 gets saved in spend. So yeah. But you know, but I think that's just a skepticalness that we all have, right? And somebody's telling me about something that's pretty cool like this, you're always think, well, I don't know. Either it sounds too good to be true, or there is better, or there's different. And I think the thing that we've covered is that we don't know of another platform that does all of the things that this system does, right? There's places that do postcards. It's all they do is Postcard Mania or something like that, right? Where you can buy them, but they're not shipping out to your list. Right. You're bringing them into your place, and then you get to, you know, address them and stamp them, which is a whole nother nightmare.
The powerful thing, or the features that I can summarize with MailBoxPower and our little platform is it's postcards, greeting cards, and personalized gifts.
Yes.
Automation.
Yes.
And list building with forms, and you can buy lists.
Yes. That's a heck of a summary, right?
That's all you really need. And that's what I'm trying to get across to people, that you can start a business. Also, there's an affiliate program, and that's why we push this thing, because we get compensated when other people use the system.
Yes. Yes.
So you could actually use the system to build a business and sell your candles or whatever you want to sell, and then also sell this to other candle makers.
That's correct. Yeah, there's a lot of people, like, for example, there's plenty of real estate brokers or real estate agents that have introduced other people, their own competition, to this system. And as an affiliate, they can make a little bit of money. And if you have a plan of $49 or more, it doesn't cost you money to be an affiliate. So why would you not do that? I am currently drinking RPG coffee, right? RPG Coffee. I love being a partner with them, right? I'm also an affiliate for them. So if somebody wants to buy coffee and they go to rpgdeal.com and they buy some coffee, which this company gives 50% back to first responders. They stand for more than just their product, and they want to do good in the world. And I love the mission of the company, but I'm an affiliate. I didn't have to pay to be an affiliate. And if somebody makes an order, I might make 10 cents. Big
Just
cool.
makes sense. If you're going to be competing with your competitor, why not let them use a tool that you can earn a commission off of? Because they're going to use the tool anyways.
Right. That's right. Yeah. Not everybody sees it that way, right? There's a scarcity mentality that says, I don't want to share my good idea with somebody else.
Well, it's too big of a world. And I was talking with another friend about that yesterday, that our mentality is this fight or flight, the lizard brain, the logical duality of it's either up or it's down, or it's good or it's bad, or it's hot or it's cold. And that's where we think, because we think, if I'm going to win, you're going to lose. Or if you're going to win, I'm going to lose.
That's right.
That ain't true.
You're exactly right.
Look at
Actually, lots of people can win.
Burger King and McDonald's are usually right across the street from each other.
Yep. They kind of fuel each other, right? Yeah, I'm a much bigger fan of the abundance mentality, sharing ideas. Something I saw the other day, so we talked about how important it is to have an open mind, right? And be willing to embrace new ideas and new concepts and things like that. And then I had seen a couple weeks ago, somebody had shared that the mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open, right? And that's just so true. If you have this closed-minded mentality, it's really hard to grow.
Well, I've always kind of had this, even when I was doing magic full time. I had a system worked out with my event expo. I had a lot of leads of event planners, and I would get a lot of calls, and I could pick and choose which ones do I want. And the ones I didn't want, I give to my competition, because then they're busy working, and now we're not competing anymore, because I've got an open calendar where I can take the cream of the crop. They can't, because they're booked.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, I've sent insurance prospects to others, to my competition, because they just weren't a great fit for me and our team. And that's okay, right? Because likely that they didn't qualify, or there was an issue, and that can become somebody else's challenge. And or opportunity, right, to succeed. So giving somebody an opportunity to succeed elsewhere is a good thing. Well, good. We've gone 27 minutes, little buddy.
27. Okay, let's shut her down, and I'll chat with you in the green room.
Sounds good, man.
I don't have any coffee, so I'm going to have to be parched.
Ooh.
Okay, buddy. Appreciate you taking the time again.
Ditto. See ya.
There we go. If you want to know about this marketing tool, it's right there. The Magic Marketing Tool, and that's why I call it that, because I use it for a lot of different stuff. And then Bo, Better Appreciation, he's got a website for the same product. If you like him better than you like me, that could happen, but not likely. Okay, peace, love, and happiness. MagicBrad signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be good. Be kind.